I want to tell you a story from long ago, from the ancient world. It's a story of flight, of dreams, of ambition and, yes, of limits. A story from Greek mythology about a young man named Icarus, and the lessons he learned in the sky. Icarus was no ordinary man. He was the son of Daedalus, the great inventor and architect of Crete, the mind behind the labyrinth that trapped the Minotaur. A brilliant craftsman, Daedalus understood the world not just as it was, but as it could be. And Icarus, his son, had inherited that same drive, that same thirst for something more, something beyond. It's easy, when we look at a myth like this, to see ambition as a simple force, a kind of magical energy that drives us upward, toward our goals, our dreams, and our destinies. But ambition, like any great power, has its limits. And the story of Icarus is a lesson, told across millennia, about what happens when ambition goes too far. But don't worry. This isn't one of those lessons that hits you over the head. This isn't a lecture. This is a quiet story, a meditative story, one that drifts like the wind on a summer evening. So, as you settle in, let your mind wander to ancient Crete. Let yourself be on that island, feeling the warm sun on your skin, hearing the soft crash of waves on the shore. And let us remember what happened to a young man who dreamed of flying higher than anyone before him. The setting, a land of wonders. Imagine you are standing on the sun-drenched shores of Crete. The island stretches out around you, an ancient land rich with stories, myths, and wonders. To your left, the grand palace of Knossos looms large, with its labyrinthine halls and secretive chambers. To your right, the Aegean Sea beckons vast, eternal, and endless. But you are not alone in this world. Your father, Daedalus, stands beside you. He is no ordinary man, but a genius, a craftsman who can build and create things others could only dream of. He built the labyrinth, where the Minotaur, a creature of terrible power, was trapped. Daedalus is known far and wide for his skill. But Daedalus, despite his genius, is cautious. He understands the dangers of ambition. He understands that too much desire can lead to ruin. As for you, you are Icarus, his son, young and full of dreams. You look at your father's creations and feel something stir deep inside you. A desire to do something more. A desire to go beyond what has been done before. The winds that blow across Crete whisper to you, what if you could fly? From the time you were a child, you've been taught to look beyond the horizon, to dream of things that others might call impossible. Birds fly through the air. Why not you? Why shouldn't you be able to soar through the sky as they do? But your father warns you. Fly the middle course, he tells you. Not too low, or the sea's damp will soak your wings. Not too high, or the sun will melt the wax. These warnings echo in your mind as you stand there, feeling the cool sea breeze tug at your clothes. Your father's words are measured, practical. But they feel, somehow, like limits. And that's where your ambition begins. The ambition to soar. The day comes. The wings are ready. They are crafted from feathers and wax, painstakingly shaped by Daedalus's skilled hands. They are not mere toys, but an artifact of genius, a masterwork meant to defy nature itself. And now, you are about to wear them. You can hardly contain your excitement. You and your father stand on the edge of a great cliff overlooking the sea. You can feel the wind in your hair. You feel the weight of the wings on your shoulders. You are no longer bound to the earth, no longer trapped in the confines of the world below. Your heart races as your father places his hands on your shoulders, looks you in the eyes, and says once more, remember, Icarus. Fly the middle course. Not too low, not too high. But you are already thinking ahead. You can already taste the freedom that awaits you. The sky is so vast, so inviting. The earth seems so far beneath you, so insignificant. You push away from the cliff and feel the air catch beneath your wings. For a moment, you hover, uncertain. Then, like a bird taking its first flight, you rise. The wind rushes past you. The sun is warm on your face. You are flying. Your dream has come true. You soar higher and higher, above the clouds, above the island, above everything. It's everything you ever imagined and more. And yet, as you climb higher, a thought crosses your mind. Your father's words seem distant, almost unimportant. Not too high, not too low, they echo, but you're already past that point. You're already in the air, already beyond the reach of earth and sky. So you rise. Higher. Higher still. The consequence of hubris, as you soar into the sky, the world around you begins to change. The air grows thinner, the heat of the sun more intense. You start to feel a subtle shift, a warmth, a pressure. The wax in your wings begins to soften, just a little at first, unnoticed. But you're too far gone. You've gone beyond what your father warned you about. The sun is too hot, the air too thin. You push forward, eager for more, eager to prove that you are more than just a boy with wings. Then it happens. You feel a snap, a crackling sound, and suddenly your wings are no longer whole. The wax melts, the feathers come loose, and you're falling. You flail, helpless against the pull of gravity. The world tilts as you fall toward the sea below. The rush of air that once lifted you now tugs you downward. The dream of flight turns to panic, to fear, to despair. And then you hit the water. Cold. Dark. Final. The lesson of Icarus was not just a figure of myth. He was a symbol of ambition, of hubris, and of the limits we all face. His story is a lesson, one that resonates through the ages. Ambition is a powerful force. It lifts us, drives us, and gives us purpose. But unchecked, it can lead to a fall. What did Icarus learn? What lesson can we take from his story? Icarus's fall is not just a physical one, it's a fall from innocence, from the belief that ambition can go on forever without consequence. The lesson here is not that ambition is bad, it's not. It's that ambition has limits. It has boundaries. And sometimes, knowing where those boundaries lie is the key to true success. In Greek mythology, the concept of hubris, excessive pride or ambition, was seen as one of the greatest dangers a person could face. The gods themselves would punish those who thought they could defy the natural order. And in Icarus's case, his ambition led him to believe that he could escape those limits. But the gods did not let him. And so, as we sit here together, let us reflect on what we have learned from Icarus. It's tempting to want more, to reach higher, to push ourselves beyond what others think is possible. But sometimes, the greatest achievement is knowing when to stop, knowing when to descend, knowing when to rest. Ambition is a beautiful thing. It drives us. But let us remember the lesson of Icarus: know your limits. Only then can we rise without falling. And so, as the night draws on, let the story of Icarus stay with you. Let it guide you through your own ambitions, through your own dreams. Remember that the greatest heights often come with the greatest risks. And sometimes, the greatest triumph comes not in flying high, but in knowing when to land.